Hi today class. Good day. So we'll continue our lesson to psychrometry. So the overview of this lesson deals with the psychrometric properties of moist air, such as temperature, pressure, humidity, ratio, relative humidity. So we have specific volume, dew point temperature. We have also the enthalpy and the percent saturation. So we have also the equations and derivations of equation of each property that will be discussed and illustrated in the problems presented for this topic. So we have your definition. So psychrometry, so it is the study of the properties of air in water vapor or moist of air. So we have also the saturated air. So it's an air conditioning that results in the condensation of water vapor into liquid when the temperature is decreased. Is the condition of air which is in saturated. Okay. So we have also the moist air. So it's a mixture of dry air and water vapor. Then dry air, we have defined it as the non-condensable component of moist air. Also, vapor is the condensable component of moist air. So you have your water vapor, that steam that may exist in saturated state at superheated steam. So psychrometry literally deals with the pertaining measurement of cold, but in modern usage, so it refers to the state of the atmosphere with the reference to moisture. So we have your standard. So we will be using more oftenly, so that will be yung density of air, that is 1.293 kg per cubic meter at the standard of 101.325 kPa. So this is at 0 degrees. So the density of water, so that will be 1000 kg per cubic meter. So also atmospheric pressure 101, but the temperature is 4 degrees. So we have also barometric pressure, Gauss constants, and this is mostly na-encounter nyo already in the subject natin, that is thermodynamics, no? So we have air composition. So we have your nitrogen components. Mostly what we have here in the surroundings are made of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen. And we have also your argon. So we have your corresponding properties niyan. Then you have your molecular weight, so molecular weight of air, that will be 29.97 kg per kilogram mole. Okay. So we have the psychrometric properties. So the temperature, so define as refers to the temperature of moist air measured by the use of psychrometry. So psychrometer is an instrument consisting of two thermometers. One is used to measure the dry bulb temperature, and other is used to measure the wet bulb temperature of the air. So we have your dry bulb, so the actual temperature of air that is measured by an ordinary thermometer, or it is the temperature of gas or a mixture of gases indicated by an accurate thermometer after the correction for radiation. We have also defined by the wet bulb temperature, so the temperature of air that if it is saturated, which is measured by the temperature whose bulb is wrapped with a weighted wick or cloth, or it is a temperature at which liquid or solid water by evaporating into air and can bring air saturation adiabatically at the same temperature. So if you can still remember class, subject natin which is yung ME Lab 1 or 2 yata yun, I think it is ME Lab 1 if I'm not mistaken, no? So there is a laboratory conducted there, how to use those psychrometer. Okay? So yung mechanical psychrometer, okay, that is composed of two weighted bulb, no? So I hope everybody performs nung activity na yan, or walang absence sa inyo. So I will show you ano yung itsura nun. So ito yung itsura niya. we have your sling psychrometer. So yung sinasabi na wet bulb, we have your wet bulb temperature and you have your dry bulb. So tinawag siyang wet bulb because you have a wetted cloth here, no? So we have your wet cloth here, no? So we have your wet cloth here. Now we have also dry. Mapapansin nyo, there is no wet cloth. If you can still remember in the ME lab experiment, no? Then so you're going to do is to tinatawag na sling psychrometer is you're going to sling. So you're going to rotate this. So you have your handle to rotate it again. So after a few minutes, you're going to read. Usually this is wetted, so binabasa siya. Then after your reading tawag dito, after few minutes of rotating the sling psychrometer, you're going to read the temperature. So you have the result here of your wet bulb and dry bulb temperature. So that is the sling psychrometer, no? So let's go to the pressure. So pertains to the air pressure, if it is barometric pressure or atmospheric pressure, that is equal to 101.325 kPa. So you will have here A, which means that is in the standard condition. Then if you can still remember, we have your Dalton's law of partial pressure. So it states that any mixtures of miscible gases, that is pressure exerted by gases on its container is equal to the sum of the partial pressure of the gases. Okay, so we have your partial pressure, so that will be total PT is equal to PA. So partial pressure of dry air plus the partial pressure of the water vapor. So take note, we have also the relationship within the volume of this container. So volume of air is equal total volume will be equal to volume of air and the volume of the vapor. And the same also we have the relationship for the temperature, no? So this is the ideally. Okay, so moving on. So we have the specific volume. So the volume of unit mass of dry air, so we can express that the volume of air divided by the mass, or we can express your mass by means of your PBMRT. Okay, so cancel out, we have your common volume of air. Then we have arrived in this one. Then we have also the partial pressure of dry air. Okay, so that is the partial pressure, total partial pressure minus the partial pressure of the vapor. Okay. Then let's go to humidity. So that is the moisture content. Mixing ratio or specific humidity is the ratio of the water vapor and mass of dry air. So we have the symbol here, W. So that is equal to the mass of the vapor divided by the mass of air. Then we have we can expand the equation by using this one. Okay, so PBMRT, vapor, and you have your air. Then cancel out what is common. Then finally we have arrived on this one. Then substituting the value of R of the air and gas constant of the air and the gas constant of the vapor, then we can arrive on this equation, which is 0.622 times the partial pressure of water vapor divided by the total partial pressure minus the partial pressure of the vapor. Then let's go to enthalpy. So enthalpy of moist air is the sum of the enthalpy of dry air and enthalpy of water vapor. So we have the ASHRAE formula. So that will be the CP plus the where CP is the specific heat of air at constant pressure plus the humidity times the Hg, or we call this the enthalpy. Then it is equal to 1.0062 times the temperature plus the humidity ratio, and you have your Hg, or the enthalpy. So we have from the Institute of Heating and Ventilating Engineers formula. So we have your, to get the value of the enthalpy. So we have 1.007 times the temperature minus 0.026 plus yung humidity ratio, then 2501 plus 1.84 times the temperature. This is for temperature from 0 degrees to 60 degrees. Then we have also 1.005 times the temperature plus the humidity ratio times 2501 plus 1.84. We have the dry bulb temperature for -10 to 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. So okay, moving on. So relative humidity, we have defined as the ratio of partial pressure of water vapor to that saturation pressure of water at the given dry bulb temperature. So we have this one. So that will be partial pressure, then the saturation pressure of water vapor given dry bulb temperature times 100%. Okay. Then for from the IHBE, for wet bulb temperature, it is equal or greater than 0. Okay, wet bulb, you have your partial pressure, that will be saturation pressure of water vapor minus the 6.66 times 10 to the power -4. Then we have the total partial pressure, multiply by the dry bulb minus the wet bulb. So for wet bulb temperature, it is less than 0. You have your wet bulb which is greater than 0 degrees. We have your partial pressure of water vapor in mixture is equal to saturation pressure of water vapor minus the 5.94 times 10 to the power -4. Then the total pressure of barometric pressure, we have your dry bulb minus your wet bulb. Okay, so we have the definition for dew point temperature. So it's the temperature at which the condensation of water vapor in space begins. So it is a saturation temperature corresponding to the vapor partial pressure. So looking at the TS diagram we have here, so this is the properties. You have your dry bulb temperature going up here, and you have your dew point temperature going here. Okay, so this is the dew point temperature na sinasabi. Then you have your moist air here, then you have your vapor pressure here. Okay, percent saturation is the ratio of air humidity to the humidity ratio of saturated air at the same temperature and pressure. So we have the percent saturation. So it is been derived, then we have finally arrived on this one. Okay, so let's go to psychrometric chart. So it's a graphical representation of psychrometric properties where in the humidity ratio is the ordinate and the dry bulb temperature is the abscissa. So psychrometric, where the humidity ratio is the ordinate, so you have here the humidity on this side, then you have also the dry bulb temperature going here. So mapapansin nyo, so we have your dew point temperature, which is pag bumangga ka dito sa curve nito, we have the saturation curve going here. Then we have also dry bulb temperature going here. So usually lahat ng patayo, that will be the dry bulb temperature, no? Okay. So we have here the actual show you yung actual na ng psychrometric chart. Okay, so we have dun sa so we have dito sa baba So we have dito sa baba, we have your dry valve. Dry valve temperature. Then we have here your humidity. Okay. So yung wet valve, so mapapansin nyo, sorry, the wet valve is the slanting one. So ito yung slanting na ito. So this is your wet valve. Wet valve temp. Okay. Then yung line naman na ito, so all the lines going curve. So we have now, that is the relative humidity. Then specific volume. So okay, let's start muna. Let's see the specific and specific volume is really a bit wait. So specific volume, so hindi masyado nakita dito. So usually hindi pinakita dito. Usually that is the line going. So this is the wet valve. So that will be on the other side. So hindi pinakita dito. Okay. So later on we'll be using this chart. We'll be using a chart like this one. So that is the psychrometric chart. No? So we have also here relative humidity. Sa actual niya, we have your relative. Okay, discuss na rin natin yan. Okay, moving on. So well valve depression is the difference between the reading and the wet valve temperature. Okay. So we have adiabatic saturation. Saturator is a device in which air flows through a spray of water. Okay, so we have now the adiabatic separator, no? So you will notice here you have a circulating pump na ito. Then you have your thermometer. So then you have your insulator. So you have here air entering. Okay. So those air entering, then it is being sprayed by a circulated water. So you have here a circulated water na spray. Then yung air usually gets moisture from the sprayed from the circulated spray water, and those those air become saturated as it pass through the spray of water. So that's why yung tinatawag natin that's what we call an adiabatic adiabatic saturator. Okay, so you have a makeup water, so kung decrease ang temperature niya, so you just have a makeup water to compensate the loss. Okay, so we have the explanation here. Okay, so you can read that one. So let's pass that one. So after the adiabatic saturator has achieved a steady condition, so the temperature indicated by the accurate thermometer is emerged in a pumping thermodynamic wet valve temperature. Okay, so we have here the psychrometric diagram of adiabatic separator. No? So you will notice here. So from here you have a humidity here, starting from here, that is yung 0.1. So this is the 0.1. Then as you spray the water, is a form of mist, no? As you spray the water as a form of mist, so the air absorb a moisture. So the air becomes saturated. So kung sa Tagalog, is a form of parang yung air become, so it depends on ano, parang it has a moist, okay, the moisture content, or we have here what we call the moisture content of air is higher, okay? Kumbaga parang sa Tagalog mamasa-masa, so that explains, no? Then we have a straight line law. So the straight line law states that when an air is transferring heat, no? So when an air is transferring heat to from a wetted surface, the condition of the air shown in the psychrometric chart drives toward the saturation line of temperature of the wetted surface. So saturation line at the temperature of wetted surface. So we have here straight line law. So from here, then going here. So you have your, so every point in instant, gusto nating maging saturated yung air, we just only have to draw the line or do the process going here, going babangga lang doon sa saturation curve. So because this is the saturation curve, okay? So we have here from point 1 to point 2 the straight line law in order to become saturated. So we have here a sample problem. So we do a sample problem. So calculate the moisture content. So for the number 1, no? Okay, so we have the given for this one problem. So we have the partial pressure, which is equal to total pressure, which have your 95 kPa absolute. Then we have your wet bulb, which is equal to 15 degrees Celsius. Then we have your dry bulb, which is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. Now the required, we have here the required, or the unknown, is the moisture content. Moisture content, which is, that will be yung W. So for the solution, okay, so let's we can use the determination it by means of so let's use the steam table, looking for the value of the humidity ratio. First we have to go to the steam table. So from steam table, so you can check that one. Lahat naman tayo merong steam table, so you already lumampas na kayo, already past the thermodynamics. So I have a steam table which is from Canon. You can check that one, and also the value naman yan kahit anong type ng steam table. as long as standard, it will be the same value also. So we have the value for your wet bulb, which is in 15 degrees Celsius. So we have the pressure at the wet bulb will be equal to 1.7 051 kPa absolute. Okay, so I have here a steam table, so this is different what I'm on. If you're going to check to the steam table, so that is at the temperature of wet bulb, which is 15 degrees Celsius. So this is saturated water temperature table. So we have 15 degrees Celsius, no? So corresponding 1.7057. So from Kianan, that is 1.7051 kPa. So there is a small difference, no? But the point is still magkalapit pa rin yung value nila. Okay, anyway, so continuing to the solutions, kanina we'll be using the 1.7051 kPa, no? So for the solution, solution, so solving for your total partial pressure, this is your PT, no? So we have the equation, which is so using the formula, from IHBE. So we have so defining this one, so from the Institute of Heating and Ventilating Engineers, we have your equation. So for wet bulb temperature is equal to or greater than 0, so we can use this one. But for wet bulb temperature which is less than 0, so we can use this one. So since we are greater than 0, the wet bulb temperature is greater than 0, so we'll be using now this one. Okay. So that will be partial pressure of vapor, that will be equal to wet bulb minus the 6.66 times 10 to the power of -4 multiplied by your total partial pressure, then multiply it by the dry bulb temperature minus the wet bulb, which is equal to, so let's substitute the value here. So pressure at the wet bulb, that will be 1.7051, no, kPa. So it will be multiplied by 6.66 times 10 to the power of -4. Then we have the total partial pressure, which is given kanina, so that will be 95 kPa. So that will be 95 kPa absolute. Then our dry bulb temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, no? Minus our wet bulb temperature, which is 15 degrees Celsius. So you notice the pressure here are magkakaiba, no? So this is an derived formula. So let's focus now. So there will be no derived formula for this one. So we have the value. So this is a direct substitution na lang ng mga values niya, no? So we'll not be considering the cancellations of units, but actually it will be cancelled out. So let's focus on the solutions as a direct substitution na lang. Then finally we have partial pressure of the vapor, that will be 1.388, no? 75 kPa. So this will be on the absolute temperature. Now solving for the humidity, so we have your equation where your humidity, that will be 0.622, no? That will be multiplied by partial pressure of water vapor divided by the total partial pressure, then your vapor partial pressure. So we have the humidity, that will be 0.6022, then substitute natin yung value, which is yung nakuha natin kanina, that will be 1.38875, 1.38875, that will be in kPa absolute. Divided by, which is yung total partial pressure, that will be 95 kPa absolute, minus 1.38875 kPa absolute. Okay, so we have now the value for the humidity. So that is equal to, using our calculator, 0.00923. So that will be kilogram units divided by the kilogram dry air. Okay, so mostly it will be a direct substitution na lang. Okay, moisture content of air. So we have there the answer. So for the number 2 questions, no, calculate the humidity ratio of moist air at 65 degrees Celsius, 34 degrees Celsius dry bulb when the barometric pressure is 101.3 kPa. So determine the enthalpy. Okay, so first thing first, so let's say what will be the given in the problem, no? So we have your RH. So RH, that will be 65%. Then we have your dry bulb, that will be 34 degrees Celsius. Then we have total partial pressure, which is equal to 101.3 kPa. So it is on absolute. So the required in the problem, or the unknown, so we have the value of your A. So we need to determine the humidity ratio. So B, so the enthalpy also. Okay. So for the solution, so we have your solution. Let's go to the solution now. So first things first now, class, we need to establish the equation how to get the humidity ratio muna, no? So the equation for the humidity ratio, we have your W, humidity ratio, so that will be 0.622. that will be multiplied by the partial pressure of water vapor divided by the total partial pressure minus the partial pressure. Okay. So from here, we can determine what will be the unknown, no? So we have the total partial pressure, which is dito, no? Yung mga kulang natin. So we have the total partial pressure na meron tayo. Ang wala na lang tayo ito yung PV, partial pressure of vapor. But we have the equation, no? So we have the equation, which is your RH, or relative humidity. So your RH is equal to, that will be signified as the symbol, that will be partial pressure of vapor, so that will be divided by the saturation pressure of water at given dry bulb temperature. Okay, then it will be multiplied by 100%. Okay, so it will be multiplied by 100%. Now deriving that one, in order to get the partial pressure of water vapor, we can derive that one to PV, that will be relative humidity times the saturation pressure of water vapor. So yun na lang, which is such a PD, yung wala pa tayong value, no? So from steam table, no? From steam table, okay, from steam table, we'll be using na lang siguro ito yung ano table. Okay, looking at this table, no, class, so we have the value. So we have the temperature, which is 34. Wala tayo dito ang 34, that is in between. So 34, 30 and 35. So we have to do some interpolation for this one to get the value of the pressure, or saturation pressure. Okay, so let's try to interpolate this one. So interpolating, so that will be 30, then we have 34, and then we have 35, no? So saturation pressure corresponding to this one, that will be so that will be 4.2469, no? Then we have the value of X, then we have 5.6291. Okay, so interpolating that one. So we have 30 minus 34, that will be 30 minus 35, that will be 4.2469 minus the X, then divided by 4.2469 minus 5.62191. Okay, so continuing that one, so we have okay, so continue yung value nito, so we'll be continuing here. Let's put a border here. Okay, so that will be this will become 0.8. Okay, is equal to, we have 4.2469. 4.2469 minus the x divided by the value sa baba. Ang ilan yan? So it will be a negative 1.3822, no? So it will be 0.8 multiplied by negative 1.3822 is equal now to 4.2469 minus the x. So transpose. So let's resolve first this one. So it will be negative 1.10576 is equal to 4.2469 minus the x. Now I'm going to transpose this one doon sa kabila. Okay. It will be x is equal now to 4.2469. That will be plus 1.10576. Finally, we have the value of your x. So finally, we have the value of x, which is 5.35266 kPa. Okay, kPa in the absolute value. So you will notice that one, what we have get. So to correct kung tama ba yung value natin, so that is in between pa rin siya, no? So you will notice here that is 5.6295 and we have 5.35266. So we can state that, or we can say that we're still in between, no? So counter check. So that is the right way of checking kung tama ba yung interpolation nyo o mali. So kung ito ay naging 5.7, there must be something wrong with the interpolation or yung paggamit ninyo ng equation. Baka dito lang kayo nagkamali ng mga signs or pag-divide, pag-compute ng calculator. So please take note of that one also. It very helpful kasi yung we're using an interpolation, no? Continuing, no? So from our humidity, that will be 0.622. So from the equation kanina, that will be PB, partial pressure vapor, then total partial pressure minus the partial pressure of vapor. Substituting the value, that will be 0.622 multiply 3.479229, that will be kPa absolute, then divided by total partial pressure, which is 101, no? 101, that will be 101.3 kPa absolute minus 3.479229 kPa absolute. So close parenthesis. So cancel the units. So we have the humidity, which is equal to how much, using our calculator. Okay. So we have the value of humidity, which is 0.0221. Okay. The unit of kilogram of vapor, then kilogram of dry air. Kilogram per kilogram dry air. So we have the answer. Okay. So next, determination of the enthalpy, no? So solving for the enthalpy, so we can use the formula, no? Okay, so we can use the ASHRAE formula and also this one. So let's try to use this one and this one. Okay. So knowing that we have the value of your humidity, okay, so we have the value for this we have the value for this one, Now what we don't have is this one, current temperature, but the temperature, we have the temperature, no? Which is the dry bulb temperature natin, which is 34 degrees Celsius. So we need to determine yung value na lang dito. Okay, so going back at the steam table now. Okay, going back again to the steam table. So looking at our steam table, you'll notice here. Okay, so that will be dito tayo. So that will be saturated. That will be, so since this is a 34, so again we have to interpolate na naman ulit. Okay. So knowingly, no, kanina, so we were going to refer kanina dun sa ano natin. So the value of 0 is 0.8. So this is 0.8. Okay, the value. Now for the sa baba, okay, so this will be 5.6 minus the x, then divided by the -9. So transpose ng 0.8 multiplied by -9, that will be equal to 5.6 minus the x. Right. Undo that one. 0.6 minus the x. Okay. So resolving the value do sa kabila, we have -7.2 is equal to 255.6 minus the x. So transpose, so we have 2555.6 plus, so that will be plus 7.2. Okay, so using our calculator, so we have the value of 2562.8. So it will be kilojoule per kilogram. So checking that one, 2562.8, so that is in between by 255.6 and 2564.6. Okay, so we are on the right path. Okay, so we have the value, so substituting it in the equation, so that will be h 1.0062 multiplied by the temperature, we have 34 degrees Celsius, then plus with the humidity, we have 0.0021 kilogram multiplied by kilogram of dry air multiplied by the value of enthalpy, so that will be 2562.8, so that will be kilojoule per kilogram. Okay. So cancel out in common, okay, and this one will be cancelled out since this is the specific heat from CP. Okay, so finally we have the solution, answer is equal to, okay, so we have the answer. So sorry, this dito nagkamali tayo, so I'll try to erase this one but to replace it by this one. So it will be 0.221. Okay, so we have the answer of 90.84. So we can round this one to 85. 85. so that will be kilojoule per kilogram. Okay. So that is by using the equation from the ASREI formula. Okay. Now let's try to use the equation from the IHBE. Okay. So from IHBE, so we have so since the temperature, so for temperature 0 degrees to 60 degrees, no? So since the temperature we are using here is the dry bulb temperature, so looking at here, so it will be using this one, this part. Okay. So using the IHBE equation. Okay. So for 0 degrees to 60 degrees, so we have the value for temperature, humidity, temperature. Okay, so we can directly substitute the value. So that will be 1.007. Then the temperature will be 1034 minus 0.026 plus the humidity will be 0.0221, and multiply it by 2501 plus wait, so 501, that one, plus 1 will be 1.84. Let's change this one to bracket, then multiply by 34, and this is bracket, then we have your enthalpy value. Okay, so calculating this one and this one, so we have the value now, so that will be 90.862. so referring kanina, so we have little difference, no, but decimal places lang ang pinakaiba. At least it is magkalapit sila ng value, so we can use which either one, no? Okay. Okay, so what I've done here, I bring down the psychrometric chart, no, discuss natin kanina. So from the data we have, plotting the so this is using the we try to using the psychrometric chart, no. So plotting the data, so kung ano yung mga data na meron tayo to determine what is the enthalpy. So we have, first we have 34 degrees, so let's plot that one. So from here, this is, you will notice this is dry bulb, no. So makikita nyo dyan, we have dry bulb temperature, no. So that is 34. So we have here 20, 30, okay. So that one, 34. So it is in, dito siya tumatakbo, nagtatransverse. So we can plot that one. So let's plot that one. Let's draw a line going from here, then that is 30, so that it will be parallel on, sorry, but it should be here, no? Parallel to the vertical line going up. Let's change this one. So it is a 34 starting here. So it is transversing packet, no? Okay, drop that one, that is 35 or 34 packet doon, so it is going up there. Now then the data what we have is 65 degrees, 65% RH. So relative humidity, so the line here, no class, so this is now your relative humidity going packet, no? So you will notice that is 60, so that is in between 60 to 70. So from here going here, so it is somewhere here, no, sa gitna. So this is na the, so this is the 65% RH. Okay, then let's draw a line here going here, so pupunta dito. Okay, so what we have now, the data what we have here is the humidity ratio. So this is the humidity ratio, no? What we have here is the humidity ratio, which is yung W na ito, which is, this is the W, which is equal to 20, this is 21, 22. So we have 22 grams per kilogram dry air, or let's say this will become, it can be equal as yung equation that is 0.022 kilogram per kilogram dry air. Okay, so ganong kadali lang siya ihanapin sa psychrometric chart. Then ang panginahanap natin doon, what we have, we're looking is the enthalpy. Now enthalpy, so here we have the value for the enthalpy, no? So plotting it here going there, so let's draw a shapes, this is in a line, so starting here going there. Okay, so what we have now is 90, so we have the value of 90, so that will be 90, so this will become 90 kilojoule per kilogram. Okay, so it is almost the same, no? Yeah, so you will notice, no class, there yung ano niya, how it is very efficiently using the psychrometric chart, no, what you've been looking. Then we have now your humidity ratio, so the corresponding wet bulb, so makikita nyo yan, we have your wet bulb here. So this line, this line transversing going there is the wet bulb temperature. When you pass the this is now, and this is the saturation curve, saturation curve. Okay, and this is the enthalpy. Now if you want to look for the wet bulb, you just simply plot it here. So ito na yung wet bulb natin. Wet bulb temperature will be, that is starting from here, that is 25, and between 25 and 30, so this is around, maybe around 27 degrees wet bulb temperature, no? For the specific volume, we have the line here. So specific volume, we have the unit of cubic meter per kilogram of dry air, so we have the line transversing here. So kung if you want to determine what is the specific volume, you just look it in here in this line. So what we have here, that is 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 96. So what we have here is a 90 cubic meter per kilogram. That is the specific volume of air at this point of value. Okay, so that is how we're going to use the psychrometric chart. And also you will notice here, going here, we have also the enthalpy. So ganun din siya, no? So tatagos lang din siya doon sa from going here and going here. Now we have also the vapor pressure here. So what we have, so that is vapor pressure mm of mercury. It's around 26, no? So let's try to convert that one. So what we have is 26 mm of Hg. So let's try to convert this one to kPa if it is the same value that we have. So this is equal to, so we have 26 mm of Hg. Okay, let's try to convert this one. So we have a conversion, no? So that will be 1 Pascal, and 1 mm of Hg is equivalent to 133. So we have 133.3, no? Okay, correct? Okay, so this is now the Pascal. So let's try to multiply that one, no? So what we have is 34.65.8 Pascal. So referring your partial pressure of vapor kanina, that will have, okay, so that is 3.4775. okay, so it is almost the same value from this one. Okay, so 3.47 partial pressure of vapor comparing to this value. Okay, so you just only have to convert it in Pascal to get the value. So that is here what we have nakuha natin dito by using this psychrometric chart. Okay, so this is how easily we can get the value. So what I have yung kanina is by means of computation we can get the value, and by means of psychrometric chart. So that is the comparison. Okay.